Hello everybody. Today we're going to have a revision for Module 1. Let's see the revision in this business environment. Now the questions that could be possibly asked to you is, one is, what are the two main categories of business environment? So business environment, the two categories would be the internal environment and the external environment. Internal environment, we have value systems, vision, mission and objective, organizational structure, corporate culture, human resources, technological resources and financial resources. And external environment, we have two subdivisions, the macro environment and the micro environment. In the micro environment, we have customers, suppliers, competitors, market intermediaries and publics. And in the macro environment, we have economic environment, political legal environment, socio-cultural environment and natural environment. So this is very important. Suppose you are going to start a business. There are two types of factors. The internal factor that you have to consider and the external factor that you have to consider. And in internal factor, that is when you are starting the company, you have to have a value system for your company. That means the manager should come on time. You as the proprietor should open the shop very early. The employees will be coming in and you will have to maybe greet them, hello, good morning and all those things. So there are certain value systems that you have to establish. Then what is your vision, mission and objective of your firm? What is the business that you are starting? What are the vision? Just like the college has a vision and a mission and an objective, the same way your business should have a vision, mission and objective. Then what is the structure, organizational structure that you have? For example, you may be the executive director, there may be a manager, there may be sales staff and things like that. Then when you become a big corporate, a big business, then you will have branches in other places. And once you have branches, then the culture starts to change, because there will be people from different states, from different religions, from different countries who come and work in your corporate, and thus there will be lots of changes. So what sort of culture are you going to produce there? Then your technological resources, you will have to invest in a lot of machinery and also nowadays robotics. So how much would you be doing in those things? And also your finances, are you taking a loan from the bank? Are you having investors investing in your company, and so on and so forth? So all these things are part of internal environment. And in the external environment, as I told you, there are two subdivisions. The micro environment means that, of course, you have to have customers. If customers are not as Mahatma Gandhi said, customer is the king. So if you do not have customers, then your business will collapse. So who are the customers that are supposed to come to you? Then you also will have suppliers. You must ensure that the supplies are coming on time. The suppliers are giving you enough stock to keep and things like that. Then as always, you'll have competitors. Competitors will try to lower the price. The price may be higher in your particular, but you have to stick on to your quality and your pricing. Then there will be marketing intermediaries and public also. So you will have to have a feedback session to see whether your products are okay and things like that. So in external environment, the micro environment is very important, and also the second is the macro environment. Here you have to look into the economic part of it. That is whether, for example, the COVID period was a time when most of the economies were down. If you look at now, the gold prices are going up. So the economy in that particular area, the gold economy, the trend is very high. Political legal environment also. So when you start a company in a particular place, what is the political and legal aspects? The legal aspects, are you able to Suppose you have a complaint, are you able to lodge the complaint properly with an advocate and things like that? Socio-cultural environment, the place also should be peaceful. Suppose the place is in such a way that it is heavily, when it heavily rains, it becomes flooded, then naturally people will not be able to come there. So you have to look into the natural environment also. So all these things are part of business environment. So once again, business environment consists of two main categories: internal environment and external environment. And in the external environment, you have micro environment and macro environment. Now, what is the analogy of a business? The business is like a ship in an ocean. So think of the business as a ship, and this ship is sailing in an ocean. The ocean is the business. In the ocean, you have currents, that is in the water, you will have undercurrents, you will have wind, you will have different weather conditions. And all these weather conditions will change the ship's journey. If there is a strong wind, naturally the direction of the ship will change. So this is just like a business. In the business also, you have so many factors that change the course of your business. So just like the ship needs to adjust its sail and course to navigate these elements, a business must adapt to the changing environment. Now, in the internal business environment, you have organizational culture, you will have employees, you will have the management, you will have the technology, you will have finance, and you will also have physical facilities. In the external business environment, you will have different factors like the economic factors, political factors, social factors, technological factors, environmental factors, legal factors, competitive factors, and even demographic factors. Demographic patterns means a particular region. Suppose you are starting a business up north where there is a lot of snow, then your demographic changes. Suppose you are starting the same business, let's say in Kerala. Possibly during the monsoon season, the demographic conditions might be different. So based on that, you will have to adapt, or you will have to position your products in such a way that the customer still comes in to buy your product. Now, how do you analyze all your business environments? So there are three different ways to analyze your business environment. One is what is known as the SWOT analysis, SWOT. Next is the PESTLE analysis, PESTLE. And you also have Porter's 5 forces model. The SWOT analysis, the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats, is a framework used to evaluate a company's competitive position and to develop strategic planning. So let's try a SWOT analysis for a brand which is very popular, Subway. This is a sandwich. And naturally, you have to see what all the strengths are there. So Subway naturally has a global recognition. Its menu, it's almost standard in almost all the areas. The commitment is exactly the same everywhere. That is, they are selling half-foot long sandwiches or a full foot long sandwiches, and they are also positioned as a healthy fast food brand. What are the weakness? Sometimes in malls you have Subway, in certain outlets sometimes the quality might be slightly lesser, and in certain malls, if you need to place Subway over there, sometimes the fees that they charge might be very high. So these are certain weaknesses. Now there are threats also. That is, sometimes similar restaurants could also be there in the same area or in that same mall. And sometimes there could be a backlash causing some sort of harm to the reputation. But then there are also opportunities because it is a healthy food. Then you could also give a home delivery option, and possibly you could diversify the menu using different things, like possibly adding lettuce, different types of lettuce, or maybe bell pepper, according to the taste of the region. So this is a SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Next is the PESSL analysis. And in the PESSL analysis, political, economical, sociological, technological, legal, and environmental, you have to look at different things inside that also. So in political, you need to look into the stability of the government, the potential changes of law that is happening in that particular area, and also global influences. Same way in economic growth, the employment rates, the inflation rates, all these things you need to look. We have done an analysis of using PESSL. And you also have Porter's 5 forces. Here, Porter analyzes 5 competitive forces that helps every industry to shape it. So Porter's analysis analyzes 5 competitive forces that shape every industry and helps to determine an industry's strength and weakness. So you have 2 videos for that. Please have a look into the videos and you'll be able to understand everything, especially the threat of new entrants. When you start a business, new businesses might come in. Same way, the suppliers who are talking to you, you may have to bargain with them. You may have to, if a price is the price is being given at a particular another outlet at this particular price, you may have to tell them that you will buy 50 or 100 of them. So what is the price that you are going to give me, and things like that. Then sometimes you will have a threat of substitute products. That is, you may be selling a genuine product, but then sometimes another brand might come which might have imported the same products from a different country at a lesser fees. So how are you able to charge the customers? And also bargaining power of buyers. Sometimes the buyers might come and tell you, we want discount. So how do you look into that also? And also you'll have rivalry among competitors. So you are selling one product, the same product is being sold by another company also. So how do you price it? Or where do you stock your products, and all those things? Have a look into the video. It will be very useful for you. So this is module number 1. Thank you very much. Best wishes for your examination.